Back. All right, so let's take a nice big breath up. And then down again, just rolling down through the spine, feeling a nice length through the body, scooping into the waist, breathing in here. And up we go. Right. So for those of us then people joining that's going to be on the recording, just want to reiterate, just opening up through the spine, relaxing the head, neck, and shoulders, activating the breath, and doing about 3 or 4 nice roll downs before we come to the mat. We're going to also have our magic circle. We have our ball and our band as well, just to create some energies where we need it today. And coming all the way up. Beautiful. Okay, so come to the base of your mat. You're going to cross your ankles and come to sit down in the middle of your mat. Okay, just going to lower the screen slightly so you can see my bed. Right. And we're going to start with our ball. All right. In the middle of the mat. Remember that you have to just check nothing around you for you to hit your head on. All right. Be mindful of that as well. You're going to have the knees bent, feet are hip distance apart. Draw the tummy in so you can feel the back is nice and long. We're going to place the ball just behind here. Yeah, I was going to just do a half roll down, but we're going to just add that all work. So we're coming on to the just about the bra strap. Okay, so we can feel that we are still in a curled spine here. And then we're going to come over that. Let's hold on to the base of the skull and just reach over as we expand the chest. Breathing into that. Pressing the feet into the mat. We're going to ignore the chin and exhale to curl just those upper abs, as if we want to get off the ball, but we don't quite get off the ball. Breathing into the back. Feel the ball behind you. So I'm just below my bra strap. And then I'm going to go ahead and compress into the ball to roll down. So I'm coming to my neutral. I'm going to maintain my abdominal wall here as I open through the chest and the shoulders extend. So my thoracic spine extends over the ball. Breathing into nod the chin, lengthening to the top of the back and exhaling to curl. Feel that nice energy into the abs. Feel the neck is long, just off the ball, inhaling. Just high enough so you don't lose the ball, okay? And exhaling to come back down again. Waking up into those upper abs. Feeling the extension and expansion of the chest. So this is really nice for those kyphotic spines. Breathing into that. Each time coming a little bit deeper, longer, stronger into your extension. Again, we're curling almost up the ball. Inhale and exhale to come back. Really deepen each time. Draw the lower belly in. So you're not arching the lower back, you're extending the upper back. Just glance behind you now as you get deeper into that. Inhaling. Gnaw the chin and start to curl up again. Exhaling, curling, scooping into the tummy. Inhaling. I'm not pulling on my neck. I'm just really stretching the upper back. One more time here. Exhale, reaching back, opening out the chest, the upper back. Open the eye line and look behind, really deepening that extension. Inhale. And then tucking the chin up and exhale to curl. Pause there for me. Feel those abs work. Slide the feet about 3 inches closer in. And then exhale to uncurl to a neutral spine. By adding on your knees. We're going to maintain that neutral from here, yeah, as if we were lying down, but we have to keep stable on the ball. So what we're going to do now is some obliques. So from here, I'm going to inhale to tuck my chin. As I exhale, I'm going to twist towards my right side, and I'm going to lift my right leg. So I'm twisting across. I inhale to center, and we alternate. Exhale, twist. So you're just rolling over the ball. We're in a lift, okay? We're in a flexion of the spine, reaching up and center and reaching over to the other side, center, scooping the tummy, over to the other side, center one more time, over to the other side, center and extend down, neutral into your extension. Inhale, nod the chin, coming into your neutral. As you exhale, we're going to go to the left this time. We're going to come up and twist to left. Keep up, center, other side right. Keep up, center, other side left. Inhale, center, exhale. Keeping the chest nice and broad. One more set. Center, center, and down. Come to neutral. Inhale, extending through the spine. Give the upper abs a little break. As you reach behind, holding onto the head. Don't let your neck strain. And let's pull those tummies in and just come back to neutral. Can we just come straight up this time? Inhale. Exhale to lift. Inhale, come down to neutral. Exhale to lift. Inhale to neutral. Exhale to lift. Inhale. Exhale to lift. Curling up. Inhale to neutral. Two more. Exhale to lift. Inhale to neutral. Exhale to lift. Hold, inhale there. Reach those arms over the knees. And exhale to pull yourself up all the way off the ball. Beautiful. And come sit up nice and tall with the support of your arms. That was intense for a Monday morning. Wasn't that just right? Okay, so let's lengthen those legs slightly. We're all the way ready. Let's just roll into a stretch into the back, just in case you got a little bit of a pull into those lower backs, because sometimes we don't activate strong enough in the lower abs, and you can feel a little bit of a pull into the lower back. Drawing the tummy away from the thighs, making sure the neck is nice and long, pressing my feet into the mat. I'm going to inhale there. Exhale to scoop a little bit deeper. Inhale. And then exhale to stack the spine. Okay, we're going to use this opportunity, waking up into that midline, to grab onto your cushion or block and your circle. All right? Cushion or block and circle, because you might want to sit on the block. Okay? So we're going to move the ball aside for a second. I will actually put my smaller block underneath. I don't need the big block right now. I'm just going to put my smaller block. I just think as we're starting at the beginning of the class, sometimes we can get a little bit tight in the back here. So let's go ahead. Legs are still squeezed. With our circle, finding our midline into the abdominal wall, feeling that pull in as we lengthen through the back. So you really want to activate the abdominal wall right here as you lengthen through the back, okay? Right, I think that will give you a little bit of a view with me. Oh my God. So cold all over the world today, I think. Okay, so from here, ladies, remember 85% of the exercises is setup. So we want to really feel that this is actually a nice deep setup for us. We'll do those obliques again, right? So we're growing nice and tall. We're going to twist, trying to keep that breast bone in the middle of the circle, and then inhale to center. Exhale to twist across, and inhale to center. Exhale to twist across, and inhale to center. Exhale, twist across. Inhale, twist and twist and twist. Inhale to center. Exhale, twist and twist and twist. Can we have the backs nice and tall? One more set. Really warming up the body now, warming up those arms, warming up the spine, warming up those abs for sure, and the legs are active. And pause. Let's go into a nice C curve. Reach over those toes. See if we can grab this over the toes, scooping into the waist, relaxing into the neck and shoulders, and just getting that release into the back. Really just working, breathing nice, and then breathing out. Let's activate that again, lifting up. Circle comes back. I'm going to take my legs nice and wide. But wide is my outside of my hips or shoulders. Yeah. I'm going to breathe into my C curve. Exhale to reach forward. Let's feel the feet flexing. So we're pressing the heels away. The arms are just coming forward, almost parallel to the legs, but just wanting to get into that scoop. So the whole body gets into a scoop. And then on the next exhale, you're going to stack the spine. Remember, we want to stack as if we're really pumping up those discs. So we start C-curve with the breastbone going back. Yeah, almost like the shoulders want to go just in line with the hips. We're not going to go forward with the C-curve. On the exhale, we're going to reach now. Try to pull the belly button back as we reach forward. Try not to crowd the neck and shoulders. We're going to breathing into the back there. And exhale to stack. Nice. Breathing into this. Breathing into the body there. And exhale. Good. So the stacking is also extending. We're going to add on now. That was 3 minutes. Add on to those next 3. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out to stack the spine. Add on, bringing the arms up. Inhale. Exhale, bring the elbows across to the sides. Heels of the hands press. Inhale up. If you don't have a circle, remember you just imitate it. Bring the arms down into your C curve. Inhale. Exhale forward. Scoop the spine. Inhaling into the back of the ribs. Exhaling to stack the spine. Inhaling to lift the arms. Exhaling to press the heels and crown yourself. Inhaling to reach up into your C curve. Exhaling to reach forward. Inhaling into the back. And exhaling to stack. Inhaling to lift those arms. Exhaling to press into the heels of the hands. Inhaling to lift. One more. And rounding, still in that long inhale. Exhaling over. Inhaling into the back. Give a deep stretch there. Exhaling to stack. Inhaling to lift the arms. Exhaling to keep that nice extended spine. Open the eye line. Inhale, lift the arms. Same thing again, down with the arms. Pressing down and reaching up. Feel that extension and feel the arms are working. And lift. If you have a ball, just squeezing into your ball and tapping the top of your head and reaching, feeling those arms and the backs are working. And lift and breathe and lift. Keep those rib cages melted so the abdominal wall is strong. Last one here. Lift it up. Bring those arms down. Squeeze those legs together and reach over those legs and scooping into the belly. Give yourself a nice stretch through the back. Upper back, back to shoulders. I was working hard with that. You want to round the rib cage in. Pull the breastbone in. So the rounding is coming mostly from that mid back, okay? And not just the upper back. You want to get that mid back pulling out. Get that lower back scooping. Just relaxing into the neck. Let's take one more breath there into the rib cage. And on the exhale, let's try to deepen that flexion. Coming deeper into that stretch. Being gentle into the back. You want to know it's early morning. Or at least whenever you're doing it. You don't want to overdo anything and feel painful later, right? Always want to listen to the bodies. Inhale. And then I'm going to go ahead and just release my circle and stack my spine nice and tall. We can now take the block out from under our bump. Put it back to where you would want it for your head. I've just lost the ball. And then we're going to roll all the way down. Now remember, you were sitting up a little bit high on the mat. So you want to roll down, make sure you don't hit your head on anything. I'm going to take my circle. Beautiful. So bend the knees. All right. Circle over. I'm going to pull my feet nice and close to the glutes so that you can feel relaxed in the legs and in the hip joints. I'm going to take a breath in there. Fingertips reaching up, broad into the back and the shoulders. I'm going to imprint my lower back. Extending, just lengthening through the spine, not extending, lengthening, inhaling there. So you have a little flexion in the lower back and exhaling to come back to neutral lower back, neutral pelvis. Okay, so now we were just working quite a lot of abs. In our obliques, we were working a lot of lower internal obliques to help us to stabilize the pelvis. So this should feel really nice. Okay, just keeping centered over the body. Breathing in and curling the hip bones in and curling them out and curling them in. And we're going to find that nice mobility into that spine and into that pelvis. I'm going to work a little something here now. And we have the circle as a way to keep that reference point of the upper body. I'm just doing little rocks with the lower back, with the pelvis, as if we have a cup of coffee here. So let's say the coffee is about half full, right? So what we're doing, we're just tipping the coffee from front to back, not quite spilling it anywhere, just feeling that mobility into the lower back. Now what we're going to do is we're going to spill it to left and right. So I'm going to tip my pelvis over to my right and take it center and tip it over to my left. Just little tips, like you're just shaking the coffee in the cup. So we're tipping one hip up and the other hip up. Just accessing a gentle mobility into the lower spine, into the sacrum where you're getting your L5-S1, and feeling a little massage into the SI joint and into the rotators of the buttock, yeah, as you're just rocking that teacup side to side. So it's not an aggressive movement, it's just a gentle massage, okay? Finding the work from the abdominal wall. The work is coming from the abdominals, okay? So you're really stabilized in the upper abdominals around the ribcage. That's why you're holding into your circle. And then you are mobilizing the lower back. So then we are evening out. We did above before. Let's do one more side and take it to center. Let's go ahead now and pour that coffee, almost pour it into the belly button. Then you're going to imagine that bowl, think of this as a bowl. You're going to roll the coffee over to the right side of the bowl. You're going to roll it down towards your right hip joint. Roll it across into the pubic bone, roll it across into the left. So we're making a little circle rotation with our pelvis. Let's do 3 in one direction. So really feel like you have a bowl of coffee there. You're just swishing it around, swirling it around, I should say, into a little circle. Let's go into the opposite direction. It just should be gentle, nothing aggressive. It should feel like a beautiful massage into the lower back. You should feel the stabilization into the upper abdominals, feeling a little release into the hip joints, and taking that all the way back to the center, into your imprint, and then releasing into neutral. Beautiful. Take your hands behind you and just rest your circle down for a second so that you can bring your arms out beside you. Now, if you have a cushion underneath your head, you may want to remove it now because we're going to go up into some bridging, right? So I don't have anything underneath my head. So we're going to take that swirling or the swish, and we're going to take it into our bridge. Feet are nice and close to the bum. Arms are helping you. You're going to roll the pubic bone up, make a nice small space between the rib cage and the hips, and then go ahead and press into the feet and lengthening through the front of the hips. Now remember, we want to get a nice long line from the shoulders to the knees, pressing up into the hips. We don't want to be arching out the rib cage. We're going to keep that connection into the abdominals. Pressing the pubic bone up. Let's take a breath at the top. And then rolling down through the spine, thinking of the breastbone comes down, the rib cage, sternum, waist, above the waist, the lower back, and then we uncurl the pelvis. Okay, if this is feeling iffy at all, you're going to go just into a straight lift, not curling up. You can just go straight into a lift. So if you're okay with the curling up, go ahead and do another 2 breaths at the top. I'm going to demonstrate the lift. I'm just going to move my arm so you can see the lift would go straight up. Okay, breathing in. And again, breathing in. Pushing those hips up and straight down if you had your lift. Okay, so you have both options. Inhale, exhale, curling up, peel up, and then again, take those 2 nice breaths, pressing those hips up, squeezing into the glutes. Press the hips up, inhale again, and floating down from the belly button, from the sternum, all the way down belly button draws in, and then releasing those hips all the way to neutral. One more time. Tucking the tailbone up, pressing through the spine, reaching up, reaching up, reaching up, pressing that nicely. Inhale. Exhale, press those hips up. Inhale, and then down you come. Rolling through the spine. Oh, reaching neutral. Beautiful. Okay, so now let's go ahead into a gentle imprint. Nice gentle imprint there. I'm going to take one knee in. I'm going to hug that knee. Just lengthen that other leg out. Just feel a nice stretch into the front of the open hip. Yeah. Lengthen that leg up. Feel a little stretch here. Let's take the other leg up. Release the other leg down. Opening through the front of that hip. Lengthening that top leg. Just preparing us for some nice alternating toe taps and to really wake up that other leg lifts back up. So both legs are up now. But you rock the spine there, make sure that lower back is imprinted. Chest is nice and broad. The arms are there. At this point, you can actually put your little block back underneath your head or your cushion, just so that you have more access to connecting to the ribcage. And we're going to take our legs to tabletop shins. Now remember, tabletop shins means that you don't have to be 90 degrees at the hips, because taking your legs there may be a strain on your lower back. So it's okay to bring the thighs in, but let's try to keep the knees at 90 degrees. Okay, so from here, we're in an imprint, we're going to tap this toe down, but we're not moving the knee. We're just moving from the hip joint. Can you see that? So just tapping there. You should be feeling those abs really connecting to keep your back from moving. Okay, remember that cup of coffee is on the shins. You're just sliding it down to the mat and sliding it back up. That's it. And sliding down and up. So start to feel those lower abs really switched on to control that pelvis, really working into those lower abs, touching that down and down, down. So that's really switching on for us, almost getting ready for that next exercise. Next two exercises actually. Down and down. And one more set. Should be 8 sets. And up, maybe a few more. Beautiful. Hug those knees in. Beautiful. Reaching for your circle. Can you get your circle? Yeah. Grab your circle. Okay. And then we're going to tap one leg down, the other leg down for our roll-ups. Do your roll-ups with your legs bent and then help yourself with your arms, or you can go straight into your full roll-up. Legs are extended, squeeze together, pushing into the mat. We'll do the first one with the arms starting here, then we will go back with the arms. Let's just get activated into those upper abs. Nod the chin on the inhale, pressing into the legs, and exhaling to peel yourself up. Reaching up and over that waist. Feeling nice and long. Inhale, don't crowd the shoulders to the neck. And exhaling to float back down, bone by bone, really trying to get that discipline into the spine. This time we'll take this circle back. Inhale to lift head, neck, shoulders, and curling up. We're going for 4 beautiful roll-ups. So pace yourself beautifully. The next 2, we're going to add on those feet flexing. Okay, dorsiflexing to add the stretch into the calves. And reaching up, and see why as it prepares us for the next exercise. Reaching, let's flex, point, flex, deepen that, and then point, and down you go. Reaching down. Step up. Let's go again, lifting, scooping, 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 scooping. Let's flex, shoulders are not crowded, and point, reach, flex. Scooping that belly and then rolling down. Last time down. Beautiful. And reaching those arms back. Now, you have the choice of using your circle or leaving your circle out. Okay, you have a choice. I'm going to put my circle down because I need to show you what you're doing, or you can keep your circle in your hand. And I'm going to just Okay, so we're going to take your left leg up. You can bend your right leg for now. Take your left leg up and get it all the way up. Bring the sorry, people. All right. So we're going to make sure those legs are, those hips are the same height. Take your block underneath your head because we're going to cover leg circles. Going to imprint here into the upper spine so we keep those abs nicely switched on. Okay. Now, if we're ready, let's hold on here and extend this other leg and ready for our circles. My foot is pointed, toes away from my shins. I'm going to take that across the body, inhaling and exhaling around, taking it back to the top. And inhale and exhale and back to the top. And inhale, circle and back to the top. And inhale, exhale back to the top. Inhale across, exhale around to the top. This one is for 6. And take it to the top. 2 more for 7 and 8. And reach. Feeling those lower abs we were just working, right? Really got them switched on. And taking it to the top, holding on to this. Flex the foot. So I'm going to dorsiflex the foot this time, pressing the leg away and opposite direction. And circling that. Really making those nice circles on the ceiling as you do those. And zipping up. And remember, you can put a cushion underneath your head if you're feeling forced in the neck and shoulders. Definitely, I would put a block to help me with the abdominal connection as well. And 6. Let's go 2 more here. 7. And 8. All the way to the top. Let's bend that other leg. And flex that knee. That's it. Pressing it away, feeling that stretch into that leg. Let's take the other leg up. Extend that leg nicely. Okay, let's reach up with that leg. And then I'm going to stretch that leg. Beautiful. So make sure we are even on both sides of the waist. Take it across the body. The toe is pointed in plantar flexion. Plantar meaning toes away because you are flexing plantar fascia underneath the sole of the foot. So plantar flexion is when your toes are pointed away. And dorsiflexion is the dorsal side of the foot, which is the top of the foot. You'll be pulling your toes towards your shin. So in plantar flexion. Just a little anatomy lesson there. Oh, Lord. Let's go forward here. Really trying to think of that beautiful, perfect circle. You know, trying to get more precise with the movement each time. Trying to keep those hips from rocking and rolling, but just, let's say, not rumbling, but just a gentle rock. Yeah, let's go 2 more here. Really feeling those abdominals are connected, feeling that thigh for sure. 1 more. Beautiful. Taking up to the center. I'm going to give you a little break by holding it. Dorsiflexion. So we're pulling the dorsal side of the foot towards the shin. So flexing the foot in that direction. And opposite direction with the circles. I'm so going outside, around, and back to the top. And again, maintaining the size of the waist at the same length. Don't be hitching up the right side to think that's what's going to lift that leg. If it's too weak, you're going to go ahead and soften the knee, yeah? But you don't want to be using the waist to help you pulling it up. You want to keep that waist long. If you feel it being naughty, rest the leg and come back. Now remember, sometimes one side of the body is much more naughty than the other. So it's going to want to kick in and help. It's overactive. It is overused sometimes, yeah? So sometimes weaker because it is tired, yeah? So you want to just rest it. Let's go for this last one coming up. Reaching it around, taking all the way to the top. I think that was extra. And then let's bend that knee. Beautiful. And bring both legs in. Very nice. Now, we've done a lot of stuff that's going one to one side. I would just check by rocking your legs side to side, but you're making sure that your waist is released and you're evenly on your mat. Nice way to check our evenness. If it's okay with your body, it's okay with the SI joint, is to do a few rolls. If it's not feeling good for you, you can come into an upright position and do some half roll backs. Okay, so we're going to just tuck our bodies up, or you can just keep your rock here if you feel that your SI joint won't handle the whole roll. Okay, so rolling like a ball, and that's a nice time to see. Obviously, you have to be looking straight, don't move and look at the side, because you would fall or roll off to the side. So it's a good time to see, is my body recruiting evenly from side to side? Yeah, it's a nice opportunity for that. Just keeping that nice ball shape. I'm not yanking on my legs too much. I'm sort of just curling myself into that nice little ball. Okay. Good. Let's hold that there. Can we all be seated up? Nice. Okay. And then feet down. Okay. So let's go to the side view. Lying on the side. My legs are going to be stacked here. All right. Really stacked. And give yourself a nice stretch by holding onto that ankle and give yourself a nice stretch in that side of that body, feeling that underside stretch. Really pulling that up. Okay, I'm going to hold onto my lower ankle and give myself a nice lift and reach over. It's not so easy. You might want to unstack your legs, reaching up and over. Beautiful, lifting up, and then the arm goes back down. Let's go ahead onto the side. We will keep it here, round it up. So we're working into the abs. Knees are stacked, and I'm at 45 degrees and 45 degrees. A little bit difficult to see in black. Keep the feet together, and we're going into our clams like this. Both my headlights are pointing at you, and my waist is lifted. I'm going to squeeze that back down and lift. Let the head be in the same line. If at all the neck gets tired, I'm going to glance down at this elbow. I'm keeping my armpit engaged. I've been able to do this with you for a while because my ribcage here hasn't had the ability for it yet. I've accessed that before, right? And lifting 7, 8, 9, and 10, and releasing that down. I'm going to stretch this out here, right? I'm going to take that bottom leg in line with the front of the mat so that I have space for that leg. That leg is in line with my body. Zipping up, I'm going to lift and lower. So you are activating the glutes as well, and you are activating your waist. I have very little pressure into my elbow, okay, because I'm supporting myself nicely square to you. And 5, and 6, draw the tummy in. If you're feeling this in your lower back, bring that leg slightly in front here on the front, towards the front of the mat. But I'm just in the middle of my mat right now. Beautiful. Reach, reach, lifting that waist. 8, 9, I'm sure that was more than 10, and reach, beautiful, and then bend that leg back together. I'm going to go ahead now, come down onto your arm, your cushion if you want. Okay, keeping that the legs, the bottom leg here. I'm going to reach up, and this time I'm going to go front angle, total it up, and now we can lift a little higher and pressing down towards the front. So literally, I am going in line with my just behind my bottom leg, yeah, so that I have a reference point, about 90 with my bottom leg. Can you see my shin is at the front of the mat? So that I know I'm coming at a little bit about a 30-degree angle. In rotation, notice the knee and toe pointing up. Yeah, but I am still trying to keep my headlights pointing at you. So this is really nice into those rotators. Don't be aggressive with it and try to overlift. You should not be crunching into the waist. It should just be that hip, right? Let's go. 7, 8, 9, and one more. 10. Beautiful. Stunning. Let's straighten the bottom leg. Take that top leg in front. Give that a little massage. And then you're going to take that shoulder from underneath you and give yourself a little rotation stretch. Zipping up there, just feeling that nice stretch. Taking that arm and just reaching up behind you. All right, and taking that arm back up. All right, now let's go again and stack those legs. Remember, 45, 45. Push ourselves up. And before we change sides, we're going to go again, hook into here and reach up again and just stretch at lower side. Remember, we were holding ourselves up, so it's nice to get a stretch. Take that arm up. I'm going to grab my cushion and everything over to the other side. Okay, so it's supposed to be doing like 40 minutes here. So let's just first get that nice lift. When we feel comfortable here, let's go ahead and hold on to the lower ankle, the grip, taking it up and stretching it. Now relax that right shoulder as I lift into my left and give myself a nice stretch. And lifting up and down. Beautiful. So we're going to come on to the elbow. Chest is square, elbows underneath the armpit, waist is even, legs are in 45 degrees at the hip, 45 at the knee, 90 at the knee. Good. And from here, we're going into those clams. So as another reference, your heels are in line with your buttocks, right? Both headlights and chest are facing front. We're not rocking the hips. We're just opening into that hip joint. We're not rocking the whole pelvis. And just feeling into the rotors here, opening and opening. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Beautiful. Okay, that bottom leg comes 90-90. Top leg goes straight in line with the body. Now we're lifting just a straight lateral. All set of the muscles down here are lifting. You want to feel all into that. Now remember, we're only lifting as high as we can keep the waist even, and we're not crunching into that waist. Do you see what I mean? Reaching, reach, zipping up, reach, 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 reach. Reaching that out. 8, 9, and 10. Beautiful. Take the legs back here. I'm going to come down onto my arm and cushion. Still even on my waist. This time my leg is going to go at about 30 degrees, toe points up. Knee tries to turn, so it's from the hip goes pointing front, and then we can go a little bit higher. Still in control, not allowing the whole body to be moving, but to be stabilizing. Right, now remember, you lift as high as is comfortable. You turn out as much as is comfortable. Do not be forcing and being aggressive and feeling late. Maybe it was too much into the external rotation, and maybe you might have twisted too deep into the SI. Don't you want to be feeling comfortable, just gently rotated. You can also just almost just gently, slightly turn that leg to see, oh, they're still switched on, right? You challenge yourself, play around with the exercises to get to where is your sweet spot when you know it's beneficial to you. Now, everybody is different. Last one coming up. And release. Beautiful. Take the bottom leg long, top leg over, and feel a nice stretch there. If I'm okay with you all, then you're going to see me nicely and reach back with that arm. See if we can deepen that stretch. And taking that arm up, bringing that to the top. Let's go ahead onto the backs. And take your left ankle onto your right leg, arms to the side, and you're going to use that knee, that ankle, to pull that knee over and draw it back to center. And again, pull that knee over and right back to center. And pull that knee over. Right back to center. Other side. And pull that knee over. Bring that back to center. Over. Over. And center. Beautiful. Take the arms up to the ceiling, reaching up, curling up. Face back to me, stacking those legs. Let's get that underside stretch, holding onto the bottom ankle, lifting up, and getting into that nice stretch, relaxing that neck and shoulder, reaching over. Breathing into the side, relaxing the shoulders, breathing out, draw the belly in, lifting out of that even more. Nice and tall, and exhaling out. Beautiful. Last little stretch, we're going to take the legs nice and wide. Get a nice inner thigh going, sitting right up onto the sits bones for me. Taking the arms up. Let's go over to the side. Let's go ahead and face that leg. Face to front again. And lifting up. Up to the top. Reaching over to the side. Beautiful. Coming over, facing that leg. Getting into those QLs, back and waist, draw the tummy in, both bum cheeks stay down. Facing front. And lifting up. One more time, come all the way front. Nice flat back, stretching into the back of the hips. Open those toes, that's nice dorsiflexion with those feet. Reaching forward, flat back as flat as you can get. Reaching forward. And then rounding to that, trying to get the forearms to the mat, and then rounding the chin in, pushing the toes to the ceiling, scooping the tummy in, and resting it out there. Breathing in, and breathing out. Relaxing the head all the way, bring the arms to the legs, and curl all the way. Beautiful. So for those of you finishing off here, thank you so much for joining me. We're going to go into a little 10-minute, 8-minute meditation. If you want to join for that, I'm going to have my block and my cushion right here. All right. And we're going to go into that. So if you're happy to keep on with me, thank you for joining.